Jimmy and Devin. Hey,
Yo.
Shot Town's in the building. What's happening, man?
What's up? Hey, P. Coop, man, you know it's all love, man. We from Philly. We supposed to be rude.
Yeah, but only to your beloved Eagles, man. Not your outside people.
We were just living up to the reputation, man.
I gotta say, I love the roots music too. You gotta love the roots music.
Hey, well, you know what? Let me just say this. Hey, P. Coop and Juana, Philly is supposed to be the city of brotherly love. But let me tell you a story. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. And Jimmy and Deb, I don't know how old you all are, but I remember going out there. My first time going to Philly was at the Greek, and I went to the Greek picnic that used to happen out there in Fairmount Park. So I'm going out there, and I'm like, man, you know, this is nice. We don't have this kind of thing in Chicago. So I'm walking around, and then I see this guy fighting. These two guys fighting. Man, I'm like, man, they getting it in out here. This is wild. This is Philly. So the guy from Philly, I guess he punched the dude from New York in the face. He was rocking him. He said, yeah, that's a Philly whooping, boy, for you. I'm like, man, he told that dude, he said, welcome to Philly, you New York egg. I'm like, man, these dudes in Philly is wild. They just getting it in. I said, this is the city of brotherly love.
Yeah, that's the bad part, man. You can't go out in Philly without there being some drama. That's the bad part about it.
Absolutely. Hey, JP, I want to say one thing real quick, though. I've been listening for a while, and in terms of Kim Kardashian,
right.
I've seen the tape, and I think she does have a lot of talent. That's just my personal belief.
That sex tape wasn't even that good, okay? I haven't seen it, but I heard.
I'm just saying, y'all said she got no talent. She has some talent, you know.
Hey, but you know what? I just want to say this. First of all, before we get to the show, and we got some interesting topics coming on before we get, and then I got a special surprise for the Philly guys. I kind of backdoored y'all a little bit because my boy Art calling in from Philly. He's a resident host in here on the JT Live show. So we're gonna bring Art in from Philly. He's gonna be on y'all side for sure because Art's a Philly head through and through. So we're going to have him on the show in 1 second. But what I want to say, we want to welcome you all to the show. Thank you guys for chiming into the show. We know it's all love at the end of the day.
Thanks for having us.
Man, you guys have a wonderful show. So it's a good thing. I'm gonna put it out there. It's a good thing to do collaborations. Everybody's trying to do something. The great thing about this medium with Blog Talk Radio is that people have an opportunity. It's just not closed off to a certain select few. So people with talent can definitely get it in and express their talent. So you guys have talent, along with P. Coop and Juana and all the other guests that we've had on the show. We brought our supermodel on y'all today. We're going to get it in. I'm going to tell y'all where y'all can go and find Juana Woolridge on Facebook, so y'all can go check out the Facebook page. Yeah, well, we're going to get it. I'm going to send it to you, so you go get it. And then she got a book out. She got everything on. She's an actress, whole 9 yards. My man, P. Coop, y'all know him a little bit. P. Coop got in on y'all. I couldn't even really get in because P. Coop was like he was like the pit bull, the Rottweiler.
I know, P. Coop, he stung us deep last night, man. He started talking about Teddy Pendergrass, man. You can't talk about Teddy P, man.
Teddy P, man. No doubt about it.
Deep, man.
Hey,
don't mess with P.
But we trump the war room simply because we have Juana. Now, y'all, we got something y'all definitely don't have.
Yeah, y'all got us with that. Y'all definitely got us with that.
Well, that's the state of. We got a former Playboy bunny on the team now.
Okay, well, we got to get it.
We might have to
on that
get
show
her.
too.
I sure didn't hear him last night.
We didn't know.
Y'all come with on us. Y'all threw her on the show. Y'all got us with that one. That's a good move.
No doubt. Hey, but listen, I want to jump into we got you guys here, and for the most part, we want to jump into our show, and this is our segment. We usually do our first down segment, so we're going to extend it a little bit since we got you all on the show. We got a couple of things. Herman Cain versus Obama in a pay-per-view matchup. Now, I'd be interested to see this particular fight. Now, Herman Cain, you know, I'm trying to figure out where this brother came from because I'd never heard of him before. I heard he's in the business field and whatever.
Right.
And then now he's the front runner for the Republicans. Then you got our boy Chief Exec Obama in the building. He's laid back, cool. We got that, of course, Shot Town Southside. We got the prez in the building, brother. My thing is this, man. Who do you all think, and I'm going to start with Juana first, who do you all think would win in a pay-per-view matchup if you had Kane and Obama battling out, debating against each other? Obama got him on age-wise, so I think he could do business on him, physically. But from the mental standpoint, Juana, talk to us a little bit.
Well, Herman Cain, he is a great businessman, but that really translated into being a great leader. Because in business, you're really looking for how you can get the most profit instead of looking at this from a perspective of everybody. And so I would say here that Herman Cain is also not well-versed in the foreign affairs. He didn't know that China already had the nuclear bomb, and he mocks how he doesn't know the heads of state. Right. In domestic affairs, he seems to not have any complicated grasp of the economy and how it works, and that's evident by this 99.9 tax proposal, which basically is going to screw the poor because everybody gets the 9%. I don't really understand the whole why anybody would be Republican anyway, because they really represent big business, and they're not for the little man. So I think that Obama, now if you look at Obama's almost painfully practical. Obama always tries to bring everybody on board with his decisions, and even the people who do not agree with him. Obama also exemplifies leadership. Cain defines what a businessman is, and the country is not a business. It's a home with citizens, and, we need to live prosperously. Obama has demonstrated his knowledge of foreign policy. We know how he dealt with the war on terror. He's the one who got to bin Laden when nobody else really could. Really, the real problem here is Obama was just given a really bad start. But when it comes to brains, when it comes to really knowing government, period, Obama's got Cain like ridiculous. I mean, Cain can't even compete. The Republicans' real problem is they can't get a good running mate against Obama. That's their problem. That's why they keep circulating these lies. That's all I got to say.
Well, let me say this. Do you think they were? I mean, this is tripping me out because I guess they say, hey, we had one black president. I guess race don't even matter anymore. We had one black president. We'll be willing to throw it all in all the marbles in the ground and put another brother in the can. I'm just stunned by that. Jimmy, what's your thoughts on that?
I think they're like fighting black with black, though. That might be. They may think that's the only way that they can take the office back, since you do have black people voting in record numbers now, since there are black candidates. So I guess they're like, hey, we got to fight fire with fire. So if we can't beat them, then we get a black guy ourselves and see what we can do.
I look at it a lot of different ways. I would love to see him win the nomination. Just to have two African Americans running against each other for president would be amazing for me to see personally.
Unbelievable.
But when it comes to being Republican, now I'm not a Republican, but I guess you have to look at it two ways, from a fiscal standpoint and also from a social standpoint. I can see why someone would want to be a Republican from a fiscal standpoint, but not from a social standpoint. With that being said, I do agree that, Herman Cain's business background, I'm not sure how that'll translate to him trying to, become the president, because I agree a lot with what she said. But at the end of the day, I definitely would like to see him win the nomination, just to have two African Americans, vying for the office at the same time. That would be like historical in itself.
I actually think, Jimmy, with the state of the economy in the United States right now, having somebody with a business background may be quite helpful. But I do agree with Juana, and where she says, at the same time, you have to have knowledge of everything in the political arena as well. You can't
that's kind of what I was saying. Like, from a fiscal standpoint, I could see it, but there's so many other things that come with being the president, knowing foreign policy, and also just on a local or national level, in terms of how to deal with a lot of the social issues. Yeah. From a business standpoint, you may not want someone who's been a CEO of a huge corporation to be in control of those type of things.
What? Wow. This P. Coop, and I just want to say, all of these are very good comments. But Herman Cain being black qualifies him for a social aspect, understanding that personally, on my opinion. You know, because I've been black all my life, and you know, I think I qualify. You know, so one thing about it, though, man. I mean, man, it seems like Obama, man. Obama, man, is so calculated, so cool, so calm. He reaps president. You know what I'm saying? He talks presidential. He walks presidential, and I see a little bit of that in Cain, but I don't see enough of it. I don't see the comments. Now, the situation that jumped out with in reference to his alleged having these allegations for sexual harassment popped up, and boy, man, he looked like he wanted to punch out that reporter. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what? Move. I said move, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you saw that brother from the Philly and from Southside Chicago come out at him, you know what I'm saying? And one thing, man, about this, he talks about the 999 thing, but he can't talk about anything past that. He can't talk about foreign affairs. He can't come up with an agenda for how to deal with the situation with China, deal with the situation with Russia and spies and their espionage, and deal with those different foreign affairs. But I'm not going to discredit him from that just because he hasn't done that. But what I want to see what his plan is going to be. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Democrat myself. And the other thing is, and this is very important, man, that 999, if you turn it upside down, it's 666, man. So, you know, you better be careful, man, with any GOP dude talking about some 999. Because I'm telling you, man, Farrakhan put me down on this one, man. That's the devil, man. So, no, but, man, you know, that's my take, man. I would love to see this two black candidates, you know, going head to head, you know what I'm saying? But it might get a little out of hand, like some black on black crime type thing, some drive by, some Biggie versus Tupac type stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be live with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
But you guys remember that's the same knock that they had on Obama when he ran for president, that he wasn't familiar with foreign policy and things of that nature. So, I mean, I guess if you're up for the job, then you learn what you need to learn.
It's sort of like when you're trying to get a job and they say, well, you need experience, and you say, well, how am I supposed to get experience if you don't give me the job?
Exactly.
No doubt. Well, you know, the one thing that I will say in regards to this, and we talk about the matchup between Cain and Obama, I'm just going to tell you like this. All you got to do is say two things: Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi. Hands down, the man went in and took care of business. I mean, these are guys that we've been playing with for like years in the United States, you know, and so if it's any president that I thought would take out Saddam, was the first George Bush. But in the second one, you know, he was just playing games. He was trying to get that money. But Obama said, listen, and Obama, you got the Obama as his last name, so, you know, he was getting all this trash about being Osama, and he didn't took out, you know, the two worst, quote-unquote, according to the American government, two worst nemesis of the United States. And I didn't know this, man.
Yeah, keywords according to the American government. But
according to the American government. Now, here's the thing, though. Right. I have questions. I'm not going to delve too deep into this, but I got just one question. Gaddafi was worth $200 billion. He can't be dead. Okay? I'm supposed to say that. I don't care what nobody say. He got enough money to buy something. They put a dummy in there. That's just my thought.
JT, I thought the same thing. I said, this man got so much money. There's no way. Listen, I know some brothers out West Philly that would have protected him for that kind of money.
I mean, and not only that, I mean, he could get done. I just couldn't see $200 billion. When I checked, I said $200 billion, there's no way he could be dead because he can do pretty much anything and get away. They can find dummies and replacements. But I have to give it to Obama. One, Obama got swag. But the one knock I got against the Perez right now, and this goes on early. Look, Perez, next time you're doing the State of the Union address and somebody calls you a liar, Okay, you got to jump clear off that. You can't be, walk off this podium, walk over there and chin check dude, because there's no way you're going to be, when I'm talking, calling me a liar in front of the whole world. It was ridiculous, man. One of the worst things I ever seen in my life. I can't think where he was from.
I do have to say, I do have to piggyback on that. The biggest criticism on Obama is the biggest reason why he's in office. Okay. Because somebody that was really, really scary as a black person wouldn't be able to be president. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Everybody's safe about him. That's how he got into office. Right. Now everybody wants him to, be this, guy that didn't. That's not going to work with the different the white public.
That doesn't come to the second term.
He's never going to be president. You might as well forget that. Ice Cube is never going to be president. That's all it is.
If it does happen, it will have to be second term. See, he still got to run for a second term, so he can't let loose all the way yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right about that. The second term is actually when the president is made. I mean, that's when he does his meat work. He can change the Constitution. He can do work. So that'll be interesting to see how that happens. But this is Jeff Thomas on Right Top 5 Sports. I got my man Jimmy and Devin in the building from the War Room. Hey, they're blessing Right Top 5 Sports. Yesterday, we was battling it out, man. It was fresh. It was new. Today, we kind of on a little bit on an intellectual level. We still talking sports. We're going to move to our next segment. That's how we do it at Shot Time. We do a little intellectual thing.
I'm surprised that Jimmy and Devin are actually able to contribute to something intellectual in that capacity. Hey, Devin, you're a Howard grad, right?
I'm going to take that. Yeah, I'm a Howard grad, and then I did grad school at University of Maryland.
I went to Lincoln and grad school at Drexel, so, we get busy.
Okay, yeah, Lincoln and Drexel. Lincoln, I remember. If I'm thinking that's the same Lincoln in Pennsylvania, the all-black school, is that the one?
You already know. Yes, it is.
Oh, man, hey, we're not going to talk too much about Lincoln, bro.
That's for another show.
Yeah, that's for another show. That's a late-night show. We got to get that one in. We definitely got to get that one in. But, hey, listen, you guys can check out The War Room every Thursday night on blogtalkradio.com/The War Room. Also, you can go to The War Room, www.thewarroom.com. Check the brothers out. They're doing their business. They're handling. Hey, they're on every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central. These guys are doing big things in sports. I really enjoy you guys. I'm not going to even lie, Jimmy and Devin. I'm going to do the R&D. Y'all know what the R&D is?
What's the R&B?
R&D is rip off and duplicate. So a lot of stuff.
R&D.
I'm going to take the R&D and rip off and duplicate some of the things that you did and just make it rank Top 5 Sports, and we're going to put it in together and make it work. But, no, you guys are doing big things. And big shouts out to Juana Woolrich and my man Pete Coop, who's in the building. I'm going to bring my man Art in the building. He got Art Sports Bar. Art Sports Blog. Yeah, he got a sports blog. Art does his thing in sports in Philly. He's a Philly fan, man. We had to beat him up last year when the Eagles and the Bears played. We was all on top of him, man, because Mike Vick got slammed to the ground. Pepper was spraying pepper all over Vick. So we're gonna get that in. One of the things I want to get before we get out of our first down report. Your hip hop. I know you guys in the hip hop. Pete Coop is he's a little bit more old school. I am too. If you were starting your team, and I want you all to think about this real quick: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and left tackle. Who would be your starting quarterback? Let's get that out. I want to go round table. Pete Coop, I'm going to start with you first. Which hip-hop artist would be your quarterback?
Because I got this broke down. And I got more than just that. I got the whole thing, man. I'm a football guy, and I'm a hip-hop guy. I love it ball, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a star, man. My first draft chef, man. I'm going to draft me a left tackle, man. He got to be a beast, and that's going to be Biggie Smalls, baby. Biggie Smalls.
A left tackle.
Man, he ain't let nothing in. You know what I'm saying? My quarterback is going to be, man, the all-time, the leader. The leader, dude. So you know what I'm talking about when I say leader. Rakim.
Follow the leader.
So everybody going to follow the leader. At running back, Who else but Marion? You know what I'm saying? LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? He can tote the rock. He proved that in his movies. You know what I'm saying? I need a big physical tight end. So I'm going with my man, Ice Cube. He's going to be a tight end. And I got to throw in, I'm in a New York type of flavor type of guy. You know, East Coast, I'm going with Jay-Z. He's going to be the wide out. My linebacker, I need some defense. I need a linebacker, and that's going to be 50 Cent. My DB is going to be Common. And Heavy D is my defensive lineman. Now, those two, the Biggie and Heavy D is interchangeable. They can play either way. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. That's what I got, man. I don't want nobody biting on my stuff either, man, because I'm from Chi, man. You know what I'm saying? We get the gas out.
Yo, you took a lot of my picks. I know. I can switch it up a little bit though.
Since he got Rakim at the QB, I'm gonna just have to take Nas as my QB.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to go Nas as the quarterback. He took Common. I wanted to put Common at wide receiver. He took Common already, so you know I'm digging the Chicago hip hop scene, by the way. So you know, because it's lyrics to go out there. So I'm gonna go Lupe as a wide out. I'm gonna go Lupe. Lupe gonna be my slot receiver. You know what I mean? He's gonna be in the slot, ripping it up in the slot. Go ahead, Jimmy. You want to make some picks?
All right.
Because I know I'm going to take some of the...
Since he put Biggie at left tackle, I'm going to have to take Big Pun now because, you know, I need Big Pun at tackle. You already took Nas at quarterback. That was my move since he took Rakim because I was going Rakim at quarterback, man. You guys like the same people we like.
Mm-hmm. Hip-hop is, I don't know, hip-hop in Chicago is it's more along the lines of what we like than, you know.
All right, well, here you go. I'm going to give you another Philly flavor. In terms of the linebacker, since you got 50 Cent, I'm going to take Beanie Siegel at linebacker.
Bro, straight bully. Yo, I'm going safety. I'm going to take DMX at safety because DMX seems like he'll hit a dude and not care. Yeah. So,
anybody else? Juan, are you in the building?
I did have 50 Cent and somebody took him, but that's my boy right there. Then I would definitely be playing some T.I., Pitbull, and I would go way back and say Big Daddy Kane.
Oh,
BDK.
The love
can
of Big
I run
Daddy
Can I run a 3-4 and just take my whole linebacking crew right now?
Right.
Going to take Slaughterhouse as my linebackers.
Oh man,
the whole Slaughterhouse. That's my linebacker.
KRS-One got to get a run somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh yeah. I forgot to tell y'all, man. My punt returner is gonna be Little Kemp.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boy, y'all crazy. I'm going to tell you like this, though. This is going to be my team, and these are the picks that I chose. I mean, my all, like, what you call it? What would you call the outlaw team? So like Ndamukong Suh and you know, the dirty players in the NFL. I'm going to go, Urlacher. I'm going to go old school on the Philly guys. These are some outlaws. Cool C and those guys. Them is my outlaw team, so I gotta put them boys is just crazy. So I gotta put them. My outlaw team.
Don't say Schooly D, man. Don't say Schooly.
No, I can't throw my man Schooly D under the bus like that. But Cool C, them, they definitely outlaws. At wide receiver, you know, this is funny because a lot of us think like Common's definitely my wide receiver. I gotta go with my man Jigga for sure as my QB. He making moves happen. He's a leader. So I got to put Jigga at Jay-Z. I got to make him, he's my QB.
Jay-Z.
I got to bring him in.
No, you're right.
Y'all slipping, though.
You're right when you said Jigga, though, because I'm a Jigga fan. I'm not really much of a Hov fan. I
no doubt.
Yeah, I like the old.
They like two different people. They two different people. We like the old Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jigga and Hov are not the same person. So.
Well, you know, that's him and Beyonce.
We forgot about cheerleaders, and I would love to put Lil Wayne on the sideline.
Who?
Because he's Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
You call him a cheerleader. You know what? I was just gonna put him as my slot receiver.
He's so cute. He's so cute. You know, he could scare somebody. Shoot, put him in any position that works.
Yeah, his pants tight enough to be a cheerleader. So
no doubt about it. And then I had Rick Ross at my left tackle and Kanye as my running back. That's just how I see it a little bit. You know, I got the little flavor. Hey, but hey, this is Jeff Thomas on Rank Top 5 Sports. I got my man.
Put Tupac out there, man.
Man, Tupac too wild, man. He too wild.
Yeah, that's
like Mayweather for the Bears. He like Mayweather for the Bears.
No, Tupac like that running back from the movie The Last Boy Scout. Pulled out the gun on the field and started shooting defenders.
Hey, but listen, we want to move on with the show. Hey, this is Jeff Thomas again on Rank Top 5 Sports. I got the War Room in the building with me, Jimmy and Devin. They're helping bless our stage this morning with Pete Coop and my special guest host, Juana Woolwich. Juana, tell people where they can get your book. I know you're doing pre-orders on your book. Tell people where they can get it from so that they'll know. I mean, you're all over Facebook. Tell people where they can find you. Let us know. Then I'm going to bring my boy Big Art. We're going to jump right into football right after that.
All right. You know what? You guys can just really, the best way to get to me is through my Facebook page. It's open so everybody can see it. I do return messages that are sent to me. And so you can find the link on there. I have a fan page as well because my Facebook page, I've reached my limit, then reached it, and I'm not about to get 50 Facebook pages. But you can just go on my page. If you want to talk to me, if you want to ask me questions, send me a message. I will get back to you right away. And that's going to be the best way to do it right now until it gets released next week.
And the other thing I want to say for people out there, don't be stalking a page, sending all them freaky messages and talking about how you want to meet under the moon and all that kind of stuff. The ladies about business, so don't be sending them crazy. One, and I know you get a ton of messages with some freaks out there. I know it is. You can't.
I do. I get girls too, women and men. I like men, and I have nothing against. You know, that's my preference. But also, you know, if you don't know me like that, you can't talk to me like that. It's like, you know, there's a certain language that you have with someone you don't know, right? So, you know, if you want to talk about curling my toes and, you know, sucking my toes and all that kind of stuff, you know, that's a little much. A little much. We could, you know, if you want to go out with me, you could ask me out. You know, just, hey, what's up? If you want to go out, you know, that's cool. That's cool. If you want, you know, ask my number. But some people get a little personal.
Hey, guys, so if you're out there.
Devin and Jimmy, don't be disguising yourselves, man, and trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all saw I got quiet. I sent my Facebook friend request while she was talking.
Come on, man.
I already sent my friend request while she was talking.
Hey, well, listen. Hey, we're enjoying you guys on the show, so we're going to get right into our NFL football in 1 second. But again, check out her book. If you get a chance to read some of her readings, she has some excellent reads if you're on a motivational and personal development tip. So we're going to jump right into NFL football, baby. Monday Night Showdown. Now, you know what's funny? They could have kept Crazy Head off the NFL. What's the dude's name, man, that was doing the NFL? Are you ready for some football?
Hank Williams.
Oh, man, that's goofy.
They could have kept him off. I love the old theme music a lot better. So that's just me. But we know there's going to be
man. That song you just played, best song in sports.
Yeah. Right.
You know what? I ain't going to front. The one song I like in sports is actually from Chicago. That song they played when the Bulls came out.
Oh, yeah.
That make me want to smack somebody.
So we're going to get right into the NFL thing. I got my man in the building. He hasn't been on the show in a minute since the last time I think the Eagles got smacked down by the Bears. We're going to bring him in the show. He's Philly's on. I know you guys have a connection somehow. We just don't know. So y'all got to check in Facebook. You know how you check in Facebook, you see you got like 100 friends in common. You know none of these people, but you know that, hey, y'all got friends in common. Big Art, what's good, baby?
Yo, can y'all hear me out there?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Hey,
I got your boys. Hey, Art, I got your Philly connection in the building to help you today.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Big Art, Jimmy and Devin.
Jeff,
and
go ahead, Jeff.
And we got Juana Woolridge in the building. She's our resident host. We're going to have her in the building every now and then. We had to bring out a secret weapon today, though, because the War Room tried to get with us last night. So I had to say, you know what, I got to pull something out of my back. Because these guys come I remember how I had to, you know how you fake like you got a gun in the back of your, you lift up your back of your shirt? I had to go in my back, man, like I got to get something out. So we got him in the building. Big Art, what's going on, man? How you feeling? I know you wrote your blog about the Eagles. I saw it out there. What's happening, man?
Oh, man, everything's all good. Just waiting for Monday night. Got my tickets ready to go. Hearing what you're saying. I'm on Facebook right now. You're about to get a friend request, ma'am, so it's hard about that, you know, just give you a heads up.
Okay.
Hey, is P. Cooper in the building?
Yeah, what's up, man? What you mean is P. Cooper? You know P. Cooper's in the house. Right here, Artie, man. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, St. Cloud State Spiders? How are you today, sir?
Man, I'm good, man. It's good to hear your voice, man.
Oh, yeah, I can want to talk to you. And
okay, man, enough with the Hallmark moments. Let's get into some football right now. I miss you, Piku. Come on, let's get it. Let's talk Eagles, Bears, Juana. You Chiefs, Bear fans, let's just put it out there right now. I'm looking at Michael Vick is 0-4 as a starter versus the Chicago Bears. What do the Bears – you all posed this question to me last night. What happens if Matt Forte is out the game? What happens if Vic gets hurt tomorrow?
We're in trouble because
it's no trouble because
I've never been much of a Vince Young fan myself. So
hey, but look, I'll defend Vince Young. Vince Young wins games, man. You can say what you want to say about the way he throws and the fact that he tried to off himself a couple times, but he wins football games. Vince Young wins football games.
This scares me. Basically, if Vince is in the game, it's a wrap. I mean, I think where he came in at watching the game, and I kind of blame Andy for this because if you're like 3rd and 20 inside your own 5-yard line, you have the nerve to call the roll out pass play.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, and for some reason, Vince, he's just going to throw the ball and make something happen, which he did because he threw it to somebody with the Redskins.
Yeah,
so,
like Andy does. Andy has he gets conservative at times, but that was a time where I probably would have liked to see him just concede the drive, run a little draw play, punt the ball. Washington wasn't doing much with the ball anyway, but he puts Vince Young into the game, and like you said, he throws a stupid pass and gets it intercepted, and actually makes. Made that game. There was a few tense moments, and there shouldn't have been in that game at all.
One thing about Andy is like you guys agree with me, guys from the War Room. Wasn't Sunday night game an aberration? When was the last time we ran the ball more times than we threw the ball?
Yeah, Ray Rhodes was here.
Yeah,
exactly.
I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, I looked at the stat. We ran the ball for over 39 times, threw the ball for like 25 times. I was like, what the heck is this? I couldn't believe it.
But the crazy part is, anytime he does run the ball, it works. But he does. I don't know what it is. He
so refuses.
Stubborn. Yeah, he's so stubborn. He's throwing the ball. It doesn't work. He'll keep throwing the ball.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing. So he's stubborn for stupid some days because he just won't do what he has to do. Now.
Well, my question is, what's going on with? LaShawn McCoy is doing his thing, and that's no doubt. But what about the backup, the guy that you brought in?
Ronnie Brown.
Ronnie Brown, he's third string now, man. We got him running kicks.
What significance is he playing? I mean,
well, we actually tried to trade Ronnie Brown at the deadline.
Right,
up until the trade deadline, he hadn't got a touch after that bonehead play on the goal line against, what was that, San Francisco?
Yeah,
when he tried to throw the ball.
Yeah, he got stopped at the goal line and tried to throw the ball backwards to somebody. Lost it.
I couldn't explain that.
Yeah.
But to say this back, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's the third backup because the guy behind McCoy is gonna be Deion Lewis. I'm gonna tell you right now, this guy is going to be if he gets the ball over space, it's a wrap. I think.
No doubt.
He's going to do work for the Eagles when he gets a chance.
Didn't he replace McCoy in college?
Right here. Here's the thing, though, guys, War Room, and of course, Art. They really run the football enough in order to be able to be effective, in order to be able to, to throw waves of running backs at you. Because the fact of the matter is, man, Andy Reid falls in love with it, and he has the same problem that we've been having recently with
Mike Martz.
With Mike Martz going pass happy, and that really puts a bind on the quarterback and his play action ability. And I think that's what's the key to the game. If we can shut down, and we will shut down LaShawn McCoy and force them to throw the football, and Michael Vick with our defense, which is a bend don't break defense, is eventually going to have him make a mistake. Either in the middle of the field or in the red zone or somewhere, he's going to make a mistake. And it's been proven, and that's how we beat him. And we want to make Michael Vick beat us. That's the fact. Not LaShawn McCoy. Not Deshaun Jackson. Not Macklin.
If there's one reason why Andy might not, go back to his stubborn roots and be pass happy is the fact that the Eagles are only 3-4 with all the expectations. They have to climb out of the basement. So if the last 2 weeks the running game has been at the forefront and has been the spark that's won the games, I can't see, even though we have a track record, we all say we can't see Andy getting pass happy again, and he always does. But this time I really can't see him going back to something when one thing is working so well. But,
but what is he going to do?
It's not going to work against the Bears defense. It won't.
Right, and that was my question.
25, 30 times against the Bears defense. That's just a fact.
But you have to try to open up the pass.
We won't have a 5.6 yards per rushing average against the Bears. That's it.
Yeah, that won't happen.
I don't know.
I'm going on the record saying that to you guys.
Well, here's one thing. But here's one thing about the Bears defense, and you might want to rethink about passing the ball. Your safeties are not exactly Brian Dawkins or Ronnie Lott either.
Yeah.
And here's another thing why I think they'll take advantage of the Bears. We're going to look at, we'll start with the defensive side of the ball. Look, you have great linebackers. I'm never going to disrespect that. That's something every Eagle fan wishes they had.
I know.
But your secondary, except for Tillman, it's not really, there's not put fear in my heart. I think they can attack that secondary. I think if Mayweather starts, that's gravy right there.
He won't. He won't.
He won't? Okay.
No.
So
he's not starting.
Okay, that means you're going to start the rookie?
Yeah.
Well, we're starting Chris Conte and we're starting Major Wright. But let me say something. And part of the problem that the Bears had in the secondary, and they let that big part go, that was Chris Harris. Chris Harris lost us a couple of games, especially the game against Detroit. His two major mistakes cost us the game. If he doesn't bite on Calvin Johnson's fake and stay as deep as the defense, because the cover two and why Michael Vick has such a big problem against that, the Bears play that very disciplined. And so they don't, in the past, they stay with that system. And so those safeties have to stay deep. Conte, as much as I hate to say it, but white guys who play in that safety position are usually pretty disciplined, and they don't pretty much venture because they know their limitations. They don't rely on so much of speed and talent. They say, hey, I have to stay as deep as the deepest, and so I'm going to get back here no matter what and tackle everything in front of me. And so that's our advantage. The one problem we have to worry about is Major Wright Can he handle it? And he has some hip issues as well. Merriweather won't see any part of the field anymore. I can tell you right there. He won't. And this wasn't the defense for Merriweather, and that's the thing. The Bears corners are cover 2 corners. They aren't man to man. And a lot of people were saying, and P. Coop, we talked about this in our meeting yesterday, why the Bears didn't draft Nnamdi Asomugha, whatever. Well, he's a shutdown corner. Or we don't need shutdown corners. We need corners who can play in cover 2. Because if Nnamdi was playing cover 2, he'd be looking in the trying to run with the receiver.
So
basically,
we need him out. You need more of an Asante Samuel than a Nnamdi. And he may be available soon. So
no, Pete Coop can go on record. I do not like Asante Samuel at all. I do not want to see him in a Bears uniform.
Asante's a really good zone corner, though. If you're looking for a cover 2 corner, I don't know. Not too many. He's not going to tackle, and if you go man-to-man, he will get beat. But as far as the zone, the cover 2 schemes, there's not too many better than Asante.
Well, I want to get Juana. Let me get Juana in here real quick because
he can't tackle. If he can't tackle, he can't play in the Bears system. Period.
No, hands down.
When we gonna get to talk about the Bears wide receivers?
Well, we're gonna get to that in 1 second. Hey, Juana, I want to get your take on what the Chicago Bears have to do in order to overtake the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
Juana, you still in the building? Did we lose her?
No wonder you couldn't hear me. I had my phone on mute on that.
Okay. Go ahead.
We need to use the tight ends and receivers up the middle to throw D off a little bit for Philly. The good thing is we have a really solid defense, and so we have to maintain the corners and not give but not let the open go so that so that Vic can go up the middle and make a lot of passes that way. It really got to shut down Vic, and we know he can run. He moves around in the pocket well. And so we got to do what we did last time. The last time we played him, though, I think we caught him more by surprise. And so we're not going to have that surprise, factor this time as much. So, I mean, the good thing is our O-line is playing better. I think Jay is beginning to show signs of just how talented he really is. But he needs to let go of the ball a lot faster still.
Jay Cutler is a fraud. I'm sorry.
Now you're being personal. Sorry,
I'm sorry.
We know he hasn't fought any dogs, and he's not complaining on TV about how the refs don't call and, people get him and stuff.
Hey, look. And Mike Vick hasn't quit any games, specifically in the playoffs.
Well, he could.
No, I think that been going to jail. I'm sure he's not afraid to quit no games. I think that.
I'm saying, look, I know when it comes to play, he's not going to quit on his teammates.
You know what?
Or throw his offensive line under the bus.
Like when he over 52 times last year, my dear. Okay, you try getting sacked that much.
I know he got sacked a lot because he threw his offensive line to the bus when they asked him would he make the whole season. I don't know. They don't protect me. I mean,
he needs to be protected.
Very, very clear about that. He didn't know.
Oh, God. Hey, wait a minute. Funny thing about Jay Cutler is this. Remember we supposedly hurt his knee after the NFC Championship game? Why the hell picture him next week in California with his model? He was walking pretty good. We had that model chick walking through L.A. He had instructed him that match. Like,
I'd be walking straight too if you see how she looked.
Well, because Vic stopped worrying about the referees not calling him, getting hit, and stuff. And I love how he said, I'm not trying to call them out and act like they're not doing their job, but blah 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 blah. He's a little
Jay Cutler, if he'd have walked with her long enough, somebody would have took her. He's good for a turnover.
You act like Jay Cutler's not good for a turnover. He's good for a couple.
Oh, Jay Cutler, I agree with you. Jay Cutler.
Listen, and this is what I want to say. How are we going to attack this defense? And this is wide nine. And all the wide now, and listen, here they go. The defensive ends are there like kneeling down and they're looking in at the ball, or they just want to get off the ball. So listen, we're going to run straight at the edge, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take advantage of our side against those defensive ends, and we're going to run directly at them, and we're going to make that ineffective because all they want to do is get upfield and get pressure. So we need to get on top of them real fast and get and go into with the double team slide to the next level.
But be cool. Like I told you last night, if that's going to be the strategy, then y'all going to be doing a lot of running on third down. Because they kind of come out of that wide 9 except for in passing downs now.
Well, in running situations, in first and the thing is, the key is to run that ball, man, on first down. Get some yardage on first and second down, running the ball, so that we don't be in third and long situations. And of course, we've got a big, huge player back in Bennett who caught 2 touchdowns against you guys last year. And I'm right with Juana. I'm saying we're going to need to throw to the tight end up the middle, and that's the big thing. That's going to be huge. We don't really want to mess with Asuma, and I'm telling you flat out, I don't want to mess with that dude. That dude is a shutdown corner for real. You know,
actually, Juana, her first point was actually right on point because for the past several years, since the Eagles' defense, our weakness is always linebackers. Opposing tight ends basically eat us for lunch.
Yeah, they go to the Pro Bowl based upon their game against the Eagles. But listen, though, P. Coop, you made a good point about them having to run on first and second down, but just as the same way we talked about Andy Reid, Mike Martz is known to, turn it out the window as well, even if it's working, because he wants to throw the ball a million times a game as well.
Unbelievable, yeah, I know. And I've watched, and let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, I've always, if I wasn't rooting for Chicago Bears, I was rooting for Philadelphia Eagles, and that was because I liked Donovan McNabb and Gravedigger and all the guys that came through that era. But I used to watch them, and Andy Reid shoots himself in the foot. I mean, he had one of the most dynamic running backs in the league in Rushbrook, and he would not run the ball. And then I remember you guys had a lot of problems when you get into the red zone, when you get to specifically in the goal line. And the same thing happens with Chicago.
Because, the Eagles always have a big play offense, and it's difficult for them to sustain drives. So once we do get into the red zone, like the closer we get, the more difficult it is to score. So
yeah, I've seen Bears games where like Forte is shredding the defense, and then he still did like 3 straight passes, and I'm like, why aren't you giving him the ball?
Well, just because of that, Jimmy, that's why Robbie Gould is my fantasy kicker. Because I know how Mike Martz works.
Hey, this is Jeff Thomas on Rank Top 5 Sports. Hey, we are in the building on our Bear Down Report show. We are glad we have Jimmy and Devin in the building from the War Room. You can hear those guys every Thursday night on Blog Talk Radio, blogtalkradio.com/The War Room. Those guys get it in every single Thursday night. You can follow us on Twitter at Rank Top 5 Sports, and you can check out the blog page on ranktop5sports.com. Hey, the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles, the major difference between the two teams is that we've won a Super Bowl. You guys haven't. So you guys have been to the party, and of course we mentioned last night. Of course we're gonna ride the '85 Bears like P. Coop said.
I see.
We're gonna ride them and ride them and ride them. And so when the Eagles win a Super Bowl, then we'll give Philly some props because P. Coop, I'm looking at it, and before we get into our NFL picks, because I want to get everybody's NFL picks in for this weekend. Chicago has won. In the last 25 years, Chicago has won in every major sport. So you're talking about baseball, hockey.
Y'all got 2 baseball.
I got 2 teams.
Basketball. We even won in soccer. And I know, like we talked about last night, the Hawks beat the Flyers in the Stanley Cup. So we smashed them there.
We got an Arena League title. Don't sleep.
Well, we got that too. Chicago Rush won, and that's why Philadelphia Soul won. But Chicago Rush won, so we got you faded there. So we got to bring Philly up to speed a little bit on the championship. Of course, in the NBA, y'all got to catch up. Y'all like 5 down. So
we got better R&B music though.
Hey. You know, I was writing that down, and I wrote down OJ's, Harold Melvin, and Blue Notes, the Roots, the 3 Degrees. Those are some of the guys who came out of Philly. That's not bad. But, you know, we got some people, too, now, man. Curtis Mayfield, of course. We got the Dales. We got, I ain't going to say R. Kelly, but we got,
we got Kels.
We already talked about Kels last night.
We got Jennifer Hudson. We got,
we got Jill Scott. We got Jill Scott. We got Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child beast.
We got Teddy B, man. You need Teddy B.
Pretty cool. We got Kanye. We got Common.
We got Will Smith, man. We got Will Smith.
We get jiggy with it, man. We get jiggy with it.
As a matter of fact, Will Smith is minority owner of the Sixers now, man.
Yeah, you know what? And that's. I want to talk to you all about that because we actually talked about that a few weeks ago. What type of impact is that going to have on the Sixers? I mean, I think that's tremendous that Will and Jada was able to broker that deal. What type of impact is that going to have? And Art, feel free to jump in on that because I know you're Sixers to the die.
Yeah, they lowered ticket prices already.
Yeah, they lowered ticket prices 50%. The reason I'm happy is this, and the guys in War will agree with this. We probably got the hockey people out of the darn NBA.
Absolutely.
Ed Snyder was driving me nuts. This is Ed Snyder's quote one day, and it reminded me, this just floored me. Kobe Bryant was going to become a free agent, right? And they were talking about how they feel about Kobe Bryant maybe joining the Sixers, coming home, and things like that. This is what he says. Why do we need a Kobe Bryant when we have an Andre Iguodala? When he said that,
I mean,
it just shows you that he doesn't pay attention to the basketball.
He was a total hockey guy. I remember seeing him. He had a black Mercedes, and he used to have the Flyers logo on the back of his car. I could see him all the time in South Philly, and I'm like, you on the Sixers and the Flyers. Why are you just rep the Flyers so hard? Did the Flyers hats in his back window? And I mean, he was a total hockey guy. He didn't even care.
Yeah.
He didn't. I mean, it was always comical to me when he showed up to the game. He clapped his hands, and I'm looking at him and say, "You really don't know what's going on there." It was so happy because I know with these guys, they're not going to. It seems like they're not going to stand on pat. They good move. First thing they got did is told the fans, "Thank you very much, but no thank you." So they got rid of him. They got who's the GM now, guys? I forgot who's doing it now. Rob Thorne.
Rod Thorne is the GM now.
And I don't have a problem with that. I think he's going to move Iguodala. And hopefully, when he make a couple of moves, maybe we might go after Mr. Dwight Howard in Orlando.
No way. That's our boy. That's our boy. We're closer to being a champion, so that's what we're moving. We're moving in that direction. I can tell you that now.
Let me tell you something. Y'all not close enough. You know why? Y'all ain't got no two guard to help you one guard. Y'all in trouble.
Iguodala.
You want Iguodala?
Yeah, we'll take it.
We'll take him back to the crib. We'll bring him back home.
We'll take Derrick Rose, too.
How about that? Who y'all sending back?
No, that won't happen.
Who y'all sending back?
No, that won't happen.
We don't want to.
I'm telling you right now, if the Bulls want Iguodala, the Sixers will make that move in a second.
But for who?
I don't care. Draft
give me Luol Deng. Y'all can have him.
I can roll. No.
Y'all can't just have him for free.
Why not?
Send him home, huh?
Because, Iguodala is one of the, he's one of the guys that has something to do with this lockout because he has an $82 million contract. So you can't just get him for nothing.
Everything.
And by the way, we also put out better basketball players, too. I just want to throw that out there.
No, you don't. Don't stop.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Cool. Do we have to go down the list?
No,
we have to go down the list. I can only think the Philly basketball player, of course y'all got Walter Steele, but that's like in the Stone Ages. Now,
that's on par with the 85
So is the 85 Bears.
If y'all can call 85 Bears, we can use
Y'all gonna hold on. Y'all gonna,
in the 60s. What are you talking about?
that's when they had guys in tight shorts running around, man. That's when the guys. Yeah, they was running around. It was like one brother on the team at that time.
If y'all can hold on to the 85 Bears, we can hold on to Wilt. And Wilt trumps anybody you gonna name on that list, man.
Well, come on, man. Isaiah Thomas. Let's go down the list. Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose, D. Wade, Terry Cummings, Mark Aguirre. Come on, man. We could just go down and down the line.
That's a nice list. We got Kobe. We got She.
Kobe Bryant.
We got Earl the Pearl. Don't forget Black Jesus, Earl the Pearl from
Earl
Philly.
Pearl was a beast.
No doubt.
I'm still waiting.
If we want to take it back in the day, we got Tom Gola. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, we got.
Hold up, though. We just had two cats go in the first round of the draft. The Martin twins are from here too.
The Martin twins are good. I like those guys coming out of Kansas. They were good ball players. They were really, really good ball players. Yeah, they're from Philly.
John Salmons from Philly.
Who?
John
Salmons.
He's a former Bull.
Katina Mobley. Katina Mobley from Philly.
Please, Katina Mobley with the tight clothes? Come on,
we ain't claiming him. We just saying he's from Philly. We just saying he's from Philly. That's all.
You're not claiming his lifestyle.
Y'all are crazy,
Jameer
man.
Nelson too, man. Jameer Nelson. We got
Jameer Nelson is.
Okay,
y'all got a couple.
Whoa. I don't count Jameer. He's from Chester.
Hey, look, that's close enough.
We tried.
Tariq,
he's from Chester too.
You know there's a difference. Anybody that play ball, so you know, Philly ball players and Chester ball players, they two different people. You know, when we go at
we know that, but when you're talking to somebody from another state, you know,
Wait a minute. How did
you gotta claim what you gotta claim.
Hold on. Have you guys checked it that the reigning MVP of the league is from Chicago? Have you guys even considered that? Have you? And how old is he? What, 15, 16 years old?
He said 15, 16.
Man, all I'm gonna say is Wilt Chamberlain, man. That's all. Just Wilt Chamberlain.
That's all you gotta say.
Well, I give you Wilt.
Derrick Rose got an MVP. Kobe got 5 rings.
Yeah.
Which one you?
Kobe's not from Philly.
No, Kobe is actually from Philly. Kobe was born in Philly. They didn't move to Lower Merion until after they came back from Italy. Kobe is from Philadelphia. Look it up. Look it up. Kobe was born inside of city lines and lived there until they moved on the Jelly Bean Bryant basketball tour. Then they moved outside. They couldn't afford not to be from Philly back then. By the time he came back, they had some money to move to the burbs.
Right. They had some money to move.
We got Michael Jordan though.
No, you ain't got Michael Jordan. New York is still trying to claim him.
Claim him.
He was in New York for like the first 6 months of his life. New York is still trying to claim him. So y'all got to fight with New York about Michael Jordan.
Yeah. And he rolled soon as he could. He got out of there.
If we made Michael Jordan name, man, without us, he wouldn't even have a name. Who knows Michael Jordan was without us?
Yeah, pretty much he would have been a no-name.
He was the number 3 pick in the draft. How you a no-name?
We want to jump into our NFL segment, and we want to get you guys NFL picks for this week. So we're going to definitely jump into that real quick. Just want to get your NFL picks on the upcoming games this week. We'll say the Bears and the Eagles for our last pick. But we'll go down the line and everybody give their picks for this week.
And we want to start with Buffalo and the New York Jets. Who's going to win that game? NFC East matchup. Jimmy, you can start first.
I'm going to take the Jets. And the reason
all right, anybody else?
Come off a bye, right?
I'm going for the Jets, too. I'm going for the Jets.
All right, we got 2 for the Jets.
That's 3 for the Jets. I'm also taking the Jets in that one.
Woo, P. Cool. Who you got, baby?
Buffalo all the way, man. Smash the Jets in their face.
I think I would rather see Buffalo win, but I'm going to take the Jets.
Well, you know what? They're playing in Buffalo.
That's going to do well.
You know what? And speaking of him,
he's so pretty.
He want to put it out. He's so pretty. That's right. He's too pretty. I mean, I'm looking at this. The New York Jets, they're playing in Buffalo. I think the Buffalo Bills going to be all on top of them this week. I just don't think the Jets have enough offensive power right now to really. I think their running game is really soft. It's suspect. It's time for LT to kind of hang those shoes up or do something else. But right now, I just can't see it. So I'm taking Buffalo in that game. Seattle and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, y'all just beat up on Dallas last week, man. Who y'all got in this game? Seattle's going to Dallas.
I think
Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas. Dallas they're upset right now. And
yeah.
what better way to get back on track than to take advantage of a bad Seattle team at home? So I'm going to go Dallas.
That's a toss-up. I'm going to have to make a girl decision and pick between uniforms because I'm not really into either of them. I really think, yeah, I guess, Dallas has a reason to get it together. So, after this loss.
Yeah.
Hoping for a Seattle win, though.
After that huge loss, there's no way Dallas is going to lose this football game against a bad
They can't
Seattle
afford
team.
it.
Yeah.
Did you get your pick?
I
tell you what, I'm taking Dallas because I have to, and Seattle stinks, and like Jerry Jackson, it's just I feel sorry for the brother, but I can't ride with him. So I'm taking Dallas.
Well, you know what? I'm definitely going to pick Dallas. Anything against Pete Carroll, who left USC, left all the he got up big, man. This guy left the college race, knew that the team was getting paid. All the coaches, he took a couple coaches with him, sold out one of the other coaches, had them take the brunt. Reggie Bush had to get up. So, and then how do you make the playoffs at 7-9 last year? It just
they won a game, though. They won a game.
Yeah,
they beat the Saints, but then we smashed them. The Bears smashed them the next week. They shouldn't even been in the playoffs, man. That's my thing.
I think because they won the game. They won the game, so they should have been.
No, but that's the nature of the playoffs, though, because it's a one and done thing. Yeah. Anybody can win. Like if it's a series, the cream rises to the top. But once you get in, anything can happen. But they didn't deserve to be in.
Put it like this: if they didn't make the playoffs, y'all wouldn't have been in the NFC Championship. So look at
we would have won because we would have beat the Saints. we would have crushed the Saints. But, okay, so we got Cleveland and Houston. The Texans are looking real good right now. What y'all think about the game, Devin?
I'm gonna go Houston. I don't think that they're looking that good. I think they're taking advantage of a really weak division.
Yeah,
because the Colts are out of commission, so that division was theirs to win as soon as Peyton Manning's neck, as soon as he had surgery again. So I'm gonna go with Houston on that
one. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Houston. I'm gonna say Houston as well. I don't think nobody can pick Cleveland in that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston too. I think Cleveland's Cleveland basically. So you might as well go with Houston.
There you go. I like that logic.
Sucks.
I don't need to weigh in on this one.
Piku?
Cleveland is Cleveland. Well, I mean, and I like that logic. Cleveland is Cleveland, man. But in this one, I'm going to have to say, and this is kind of a tough one, man, really, because Houston is running away with that division. But right on their heels is Tennessee. And Cleveland is at the bottom of their division, but they're 3-4. I think Cleveland is going to try and right the ship, and I'm going to pick this as an upset. I'm taking Cleveland.
Well, y'all know, for Jimmy and Devin, you all probably don't know, but I can't stand the city of Cleveland. And so I would never pick Cleveland. I can't stand Cleveland. I put it on record. You know what? I'm in Ohio all the time. My son went to Ohio State football camp. I'm in Cincinnati. Hey, I love Ohio, but I hate Cleveland. Ever since they cried like babies about losing LeBron and burning jerseys and all that kind of stuff, I can't stand losing cities. Cleveland's a losing city. They lost to the playoffs. They just lose all the time. So until they win a championship, I will never pick Cleveland to win anything. So I definitely have to go.
That sound like the Cubs fans going off on a fan because he grabbed the baseball.
Yeah.
No, it's totally different.
That man has
totally different, man. I have to. But until Cleveland wins, I have no respect for them. So I'm going with Houston. This is a game that's going to be tough. Atlanta and the Colts. Atlanta's going down to Indianapolis. Two dome teams playing against each other. Okay, give it to me now. The Falcons or the Colts?
That's not a hard game. Take Atlanta. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't see number 18.
Hey, you must know something I don't know. Is Peyton coming back?
No, I'm taking Atlanta.
And Atlanta is a team that I don't believe in. I don't think they're elite like they're advertised, but no way they go to Indy and blow this game. No way.
Yeah, they gotta play your man Curtis. Yeah, so I don't. As long as Peyton Manning is not coming back, you know.
Yeah, they're fine.
I'm going with Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay.
And the Colts need to do some huddles before they make plays.
Yeah, because Curtis Payton not smart enough.
Talk about
There's
it.
nothing
right?
wrong with huddling. They need to
huddle. This is a no-brainer. I mean, come on, man, Jeff. You acting like the Colts are really going to muscle up and do something. Man, the Falcons going to run through them like water.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, the Colts are going to win this game.
Uh-oh.
The Colts are going to win this game.
They win, you're going to be a genius, Jeff. You're going to be a genius.
They have to win this game. I was down in Indy last weekend. I watched the game against the Titans. It was one of the most pathetic outputs I've ever seen of a football team that you can't help but do better than what you did last week.
I mean, they did do better. The week before they lost by 1 million points, so they did do better.
No, they got to do. They still have to do better than what they did last week. And so I'm picking this as my upset special in the dome down there in Indy.
No.
Let's just put it. We're gonna put it on record, and when it happens, hey, I see the Colts beating the Falcons. Atlanta still doesn't impress me.
No.
I mean, they don't impress me at all.
Hey, Jeff,
only team for Indianapolis can beat is Denver. That's it.
If Indy wins that game, then we'll send y'all back half of the deep dish pizza that y'all gonna send us.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that half the deep dish.
We'll send you back half of that pizza.
Okay, next game, Miami and Kansas City. All right, now Kansas City then came back. You know, they done won, 4 in a row now. What's up? Is this number 5? Pete Coop, holler at me.
Man, now Miami, man, has really been into every game that it's been playing, man. And I watched that game. Reggie Bush really had a pretty good game. They fell apart in the fourth quarter. I think Kansas City is on a roll. I think Kansas City right now, though, is going to take it on the chin. Miami's got to win a football game sometime.
Right. And now Miami, by the logic that you use with Indy, you can use that better with Miami because they're actually competitive. Indy's not even competitive.
But you know what, though? I think
still got
Reggie
the
Bush
Chiefs
is going to have
winning the game, though.
Reggie Bush is going to have a huge game now that his woman is available again. He wants to get her back, so he's going to have a huge game this week.
Yeah, he might run for 200 yards. I ain't gonna
he might.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take the Chiefs because they don't have to travel after the Monday night game. They're still at home. I think they're going to go off that high they had. Plus, I like the kid from Pitt, James Baldwin. He stepped up. So Matt Kessler got another option to go to. So I'm going to take Kansas City. And Miami's next week is going to be next week because they got to play the Redskins.
Okay, Juana, where you at?
I'm going to take Kansas because my brother played some football in school there a little bit, so I have some love for Kansas, so I'd like to see them win. I would like to see them do that.
See, that's how women pick stuff. They just go, I like the Bears.
And they win. They always win, too.
Right, they always win.
I don't pick that way. I got different reasons for picking, but I can always revert to being a woman if I want to.
That's what we love. That's what we like. And that's how we keep it.
I got love for Pete Carroll, but I didn't pick him. I got love for him, I didn't pick Seattle, but I like Pete Carroll. My brother played for him for a long time, and I really like him. I think he's a great coach. But
he's a hell of a But Jeff doesn't like him, so everybody else should like him.
Well, I like him. I like Pete Carroll.
Well, Pete Carroll, I'm going to say this. one of my boys I played ball with at Temple, he was a coach surrounding that whole Pete Carroll situation, and he was targeted. He was Reggie Bush's running back coach, and so he got targeted as the front man this whole thing. So Pete Carroll rolled. He didn't take my boy with him to Seattle because he didn't want anything to do with it, but Pete knew all the time what was going on. So that's my thing against Pete Carroll. Other than that, he was a winner at USC, but he ain't gonna win nothing in the NFL. I just can't see. He made some playoffs last year, but 7-9, I just can't see that. I don't consider that. Yeah, he won whatever, man. It was a weak division, man. So what? I don't want to hear about that. That's garbage division. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to take Kansas City. They're going to beat Miami. Kansas City's on the roll right now. Actually, they can win that division because everybody was on San Diego. They was riding San Diego, not San Diego, with the elite quarterback on their team has been, really second fiddle. We got Tampa Bay and New Orleans. This is going to be a showdown down in the Dome. Can Tampa Bay get back from they're getting their thrashed in England, and can New Orleans come back from that baseball whooping they took down there in St. Louis? Devin, who you got, man?
I see Tampa Bay getting blown out this game because the Saints were embarrassed last week. Not even close. The Saints making the Saints on this.
Saints. I'm taking Tampa Bay. I think Drew Brees got some problems. His offensive line is a makeshift. I think Tampa Bay's going to bring the house. I think they're coming off a bye week, so they're fresh. Tampa Bay is really regrouping. New Orleans really regrouping. Watch what happens up the middle. I think Tampa Bay's going to breeze up the middle. I like Tampa Bay in the upset. I think Freeman's going to control the game.
Mm-hmm. Piku?
Looking to the fact, man, what happened with New Orleans last week, I don't think that trend is going to be set. And Peyton, it has a way of recouping after big losses like that. Tampa Bay is not going to be fit as a fiddle. I think New Orleans is going to kick that butt. In a close game, though, but they'll win. They'll win.
Okay. Wanda, who you got?
Well, they both come up for some losses, man. They're in the same boat. I really think that the Saints are ready to rebound with Tampa Bay.
And, fellas, I don't want to bring up, bad memories, but I was in New Orleans a few weeks ago when Chicago was there. I was down there for that game. Man. I just hope that your offensive line don't play like that on Monday night. It's not gonna be good.
we don't get to that in 1 second.
I tell you this though, Bears fans travel well because they took that city over, and the hotel lobby everywhere. It was Bears fans everywhere. They were brash, and then the game was over. It was like a ghost town.
We get in and get out quick when it's a loss. No doubt about it. But you know what? I'm going to look at this game. I think since, nobody's talking about this, but Olin Kreutz, since he left the team as a center, that might be why Brees is having such an issue. Olin is a veteran center, so he's able to make a lot of calls and things like that. So they don't have Olin in there, so I can see that he may have some issues. But I'm going to pick the Saints at home. That's just the way I see it. Saints winning that game. All right, we got San Francisco and the Washington Bullets. The Washington Redskins.
Might as well.
Playing right now. They got Rex Grossman and John Beck, two of the worst quarterbacks in the league, playing. They need to combine those guys together. I don't know what you would give to combine those guys.
Got y'all to a Super Bowl, man.
Oh, man, no, man, we ain't claiming Rex nothing right now. We don't want no parts of sexy Rex.
Hey, he didn't quit on y'all in the playoffs when the game got tight.
The game never got tight in the playoffs for us with him. I don't want to sexy Rex Gross. Man, y'all get up off my boy Cutler. But, hey, who you got, Wanda, San Francisco or the Washington Redskins?
Oh, I can't go with San Francisco. Oh my goodness, the game, the court. Ooh, no, they just can't pull it off. No, San Francisco is not going to win this one.
Oh, Fellas, y'all hear this? What's going on? What you got?
I'm taking San Francisco because I've seen Rex Grossman up close and personal like you have in your years as the Bears.
Well, John Beck is getting the start again this week, though. Even though that's not an upgrade. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
listen, so I would take us 6 over the Washington Redskins.
That's what it's. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, I see if I'm a Redskins fan, I'll probably just say to myself, why do I do this? You know.
Oh no, they can say that every year, but they're so loyal and so delusional in the DC area. You know, when they were 3-1, they were screaming Super Bowl. You know, not realizing that they had one quality win against the Giants, and even that game, the Giants were missing so many pieces in the defense. It was kind of like fool's gold for them. So I'm gonna go San Francisco also because John Beck over the last 2 weeks, even though he's more mobile, he hasn't shown that he's an upgrade over Rex Grossman. Actually, the offense moved better when Rex was at quarterback. He just turned it over too much.
Yeah, no doubt about it. P. Cool?
San Francisco over Washington. East versus West. I got the West in this one. And even though they come in from a pretty good division, man, Washington just don't have enough potency at offense, man. I just think they're going to just get trumped, man, by San Francisco. And Harbaugh really got that team moving, man, in the right direction.
I mean, they're missing Santana Moss. They're missing Chris Cooley, even though Fred Davis has emerged. The offensive line is a little beat up. They're in trouble. Starting running back is out for the season.
Yeah, I'm going for that.
Yeah, they have.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be telling you guys when San Francisco loses that.
Hey, and so, hey, we're going to move it real quick because we're coming to the end of our show. But Denver and Oakland, real quick, round table. Let's get it.
Oakland.
P. Cool?
Palmer plays better.
I'm at Oakland, man. Denver, come on, Oakland.
This is Jimmy, and I'm saying Denver.
Oakland.
Tebow time.
Oakland. Tebow.
Tebow time.
Hey, we can all Tebow. You know what? Denver. You know what? As much as I like Tim Tebow, you know both of them are having quarterback issues. But I'm going to go with Oakland on this one. I can't ride with Tebow this week. I mean, that's one of my boys.
I can't stand the Raiders. I hate everything about the Raiders. But anyway, let's neither here nor there. We can move on to the next game.
Right, Cincinnati, Tennessee.
Ooh,
that's a
good game. It's weird. It's kind of starting the season. You would never think that's a good game, but that's a good game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna go.
I'm gonna go with
Tennessee at home. Cincinnati, I think, is the favorite in this one, but I'm gonna go Tennessee at home.
Yes, they are.
I'm
taking the home team. Yeah, I'm gonna take the home team. Play it safe. I take the home team.
You know, I think Chris Johnson, maybe not for good, but for this week, I think he breaks out of his funk because there's starting to be questions about Javon Ringer being the starter. I think he breaks out of his funk, and Hasselbeck is already playing pretty well. I got Tennessee in this one.
I got Tennessee. They're at home, so I'm going to take Tennessee. I think this is where you'll see Andy Dalton starting to hit the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Cincinnati be getting Cedric Benson back, and they got that rookie quarterback, man, playing his butt off, man. They're going to win that game, Cincinnati.
Yeah, you know what? Just go ahead, Juana.
No, I was saying Cincinnati's going to play. That's right. He's playing very, very well. I think Cincinnati's going to take this.
Yeah, you know what? I got a chance to watch that game up close and personal with the Tennessee Titans and looking at Chris Johnson. Javon Ringer was running that ball very well when Chris Johnson was out of the game. So Chris Johnson needs to step it up because Ringer was right on his tail. Yeah. But I'm going to take Cincinnati. I got to do it. I can't take Tennessee. I just can't do that one. St. Louis, Arizona. This is a toss-up game. I'm just gonna go out and say I'm gonna take St. Louis. Anybody else?
I'm going with St. Louis.
I originally thought Arizona, but Kevin Cobb, even though he's not playing well anyway, he has turf toe, so he might miss the game. So I think I'm going to change my pick because written down I do have Arizona. I think I'm going to go St. Louis with this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with St. Louis as well.
Yeah, St. Louis.
St. Louis.
They both may be playing with backup quarterbacks.
They found something that last week and beating the
Dan Bradford better hurry up and get back because Jay Philly didn't look that bad last week.
No, he didn't look that bad. He could put that guy on the bench for a minute, so he better step it up. New York Giants versus the New England Patriots.
Giants. I'm going with the Giants.
Giants. Wanna get the Giants?
Man, if Patriots receivers stop groping women in the club, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one.
Are they playing in New England?
I think Eli Manning is a very underrated quarterback. He gets no respect probably because his name is Manning, and everybody expects him to beat Peyton. But, I'm going to still go with
New England. Eli Jenkins or something.
I think Eli is playing really well.
Yeah, he is. He's the third-rated quarterback in the league.
He's playing out of his mind right now. He gets no respect just because Peyton's his big brother.
He's good. He's good.
Surprisingly, the New York Giants is leading their Eastern Division, and the Patriots, man, and they're 5-2. This game, I think, comes down to press coverage. I think they found something in press coverage against this New England's defense, and cover the tight end, and I think they're going to handle that. New York got a pretty strong defense. They got a great pass rush. They're going to use the same remedy they won the Super Bowl to beat them this week.
Yeah, New England's secondary is suspect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take New England because
the Giants running back is going to be running with a broken foot too. Ahmad Bradshaw.
Are they playing in New England?
It's in New England.
Yeah, they playing in New England. I got the Pats all day. But let's move through it real quick. We got Green Bay and San Diego. I'm going to take San Diego in this game. Upset special.
I'm going 8-0. Aaron Rodgers after the bye week. Too much preparation. 8-0.
Yeah, I agree. I'm thinking Green Bay coming off the bye. I think they're going to, Chargers are starting to fall already. I'm taking Green Bay.
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Green Bay is taking this one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hate them when I got them.
Okay, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, the war of the wars. Who you got? I got Pittsburgh in this one, hands down, at Pittsburgh.
Revenge. I think this is the best new rivalry in the NFL. Pittsburgh is not going to lose to them again. They got embarrassed opening.
They got embarrassed. I take Pittsburgh. And I think Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh is going to bounce back.
All right. Anybody else?
Wanda? Yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh on this one.
Pittsburgh, okay. P. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got to go with Pittsburgh. Baltimore, man, and laid the egg the last time. I think Pittsburgh is going to just get some payback.
Yeah, big ups to Pittsburgh. My former coaches out there, the offensive coordinator, special team coach, Bruce and Amos. Big ups. So I got to go, but we got to go with the home team, Pittsburgh. Now, the battle of the battles. We got 60 seconds to get this in. Chi-Town over Philadelphia, 33-17 on Monday Night Football. Devin Hester goes number 20 on his returns. He's just going off on y'all.
Ain't nobody kicking the Devin Hester, man.
Who y'all got? Let's get it. Hit your scores.
Eagles 24-20.
2 years ago score.
I'm taking the Eagles 31-20.
Wow. P. Coop, you hear that? Art, who you got?
Who I got? Shoot. I'm taking the Eagles 28. I'm taking the Eagles 28-10. By the fourth quarter, Jay Cutler will be on the bench talking about a poor groin.
Okay.
He might be dead.
Come on, you guys. P. Coop, get it in and want to get it in. We're in overdrive right now. If you've been listening with us on the show live, we're leaving you in one
thing. We're going to have on some special shoes, and we are going to take this game 35-24, Chicago, all the way. And Cutler's going to man up for y'all on TV, and he's going to do something and look at you like, yeah, I just did that. That's what's going to happen.
Cutler's going to be taking some T.O. cocktails at the end of the game.
Actually, I got this same score. Bears 35, Eagles 24. LaShawn McCoy will have his worst game of the year.
Yeah. And
wow. That's not hard to have, man. The way he's been playing, that's not hard to have.
Yeah, I know one thing. We don't need special shoes for our turf. That field we played on last year was a joke. I just want to let you know about that. Everybody,
hey, LaShawn getting 100 yards. That's his worst game.
Yeah.
Hey, but you got to play on the field. The field is the field. That's just, that's the home field advantage. That's the Chicago Park District. They run the field, and so the field. So the Bears really don't have much to do with that. But I do want to say this. Deshaun Jackson last year, I mean, Andy Reid basically questioned his heart after the Bears game. And I just don't see him. The Bears are very intimidating in the secondary. And I think they will be the same way this game. Those receivers, Macklin is probably the toughest receiver. Big shout out to Avant, Chi-Town, Southside kid. But you know what? He better step his game up. And I think he's going to try to have a great game this week because he got to redeem himself. He still hasn't truly redeemed himself from that fumble or whatever he did, that drop pass he had a few weeks back. So
he really has to play well. He kind of called out Eagles fans the other day.
Oh, well, you calling out the Eagles fans. Let me tell you something, man. I've said it in the Eagles game before. Those fans are rough.
Yeah, he called them bandwagoners.
Those fans are rough.
He called them bandwagoners.
Oh, wow. He might get run up out of town pretty soon, man. He can't be doing that stuff in Philadelphia. Oh, he needs to take a page from McNabb and just kind of, docile around. Just like, oh yes, boss. You nice, boss. He needs to do that because I don't see.
That don't faze the Eagles fans, man. They like that type of controversy, man. They bunch of controversy.
No, if he performs, then it's all good. You can't talk to us and then go out there and stink it up.
Listen, did you see that pelt Santa Claus with the snowballs, man? That was the.
Man, that was 1968, man.
I mean,
that's worse than the '85 Bears, man. You taking it way back.
Hey, but listen, you guys, it has been a great last couple of days shows. We were with you guys last night. You guys on the show today. We'll be expecting our cheesesteaks. We want to get them. Like I told P. Coop, hey, I want my cheesesteak from the hood, but then I'm scared to get it from the hood because I know that, you might get something. Yeah, I just don't think that they sent them the right way. So, we need to get with a cheesesteak place that I know that can put them on that block of ice or whatever and send it via mail. That frozen. I don't know how they do that kind of ice.
If by some kind of miracle it happens, I got you. We go down to Jim.
Make sure to put peppers on mine. I want
no doubt. We got you too. Hey, and when's the book drop? When's the book drop?
The book is gonna drop next week, officially. Okay. But you can look on my page for it, and you guys hit me up. You guys are cool. Other than that you like to talk about the Bears.
Only for this week. The Bears are half of my fantasy team. They half of my fantasy team. I root for the Bears every week except for this week.
And Juana, are you going to have a book signing? I know you said a book drop next week, but will there be a book signing?
There will be a book signing. We were talking about the House of Blues. I'm not sure exactly where yet, but I will be putting all that information out, and I'm going to be dressed. I'm going to get me a nice red dress, something like really sexy and some real high heels. I'm going to be working it.
And then you're going to be upset when the guys come up to you and ask you if they can suck your toes and all that
crazy
stuff.
On your Facebook page.
Guys are afraid of me. They're not going to say nothing when they see me. I'm tall, and I'm pretty strong. People don't mess with me. I get intimidated.
Hey, but again, this is Jeff Thomas.
My book is coming out next week. You know that.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just joking. I can't write.
Hey, but this is Jeff Thomas on Rank Top 5 Sports. Again, the War Room. Check out the War Room every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com/The War Room. Check them out. Hey, follow us on Twitter at Rank Top 5 Sports. You can also check out our blog page at ranktop5sports.com. Hey, we'll be pumping Jimmy and Devin in the War Room General Show every week. We'll even embed one of their shows up there. Hey, you guys have been great, man. I can't wait till the Monday Night Showdown.
Thanks for having us.
Monday night.
Thanks for having us. I just want to say one thing, Jeff. Everybody out there with an Android or iPhone, we have a mobile app, so you can check us out right in the Android and Apple Market. So War Room Sports, we out there.
Yeah, so that episode last night with you guys, it should be loaded into the app by now, too. So check that out.
Yeah, so check it out. But thanks for having us.
Hey, no doubt about it. And I told y'all I'm an R&D, right? Rip off and duplicate. That's how you do it, man. That's the only way you get it done. Hey,
hit me up, man. We do some networking. We help each other out.
No doubt about it. When I'm in Philly, I'll definitely hit you up. Big Art, I'm gonna hit you up when I'm in Philly. You guys come to Chi-Town, we'll take care of y'all big time. Juana, thank you so much for being on the show. Hey, that's all we do. That's what we do. We talk about networking. We talk about promoting people and helping people move to the next level, so we all can get there at the top and do something. Our logo will be dropping next month, so look for it. Finally, I found somebody to get it done, so the logo will be dropping. Our brand will be spread all over the place, so you'll see Ranked Top 5 Sports all over. So, hey, guys, you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see y'all on Monday. Hey, we're going to get in because I'm going to be posting on your page. I'm going to be posting on your page. We're going to go back and forth. I might even let y'all into the – hey, P. Coop, I might even let them into the JT Live Chicago Bears group so they can get in on that. Yeah, hey, we let them in for one day only, P. Coop.
We could drop some bombs in there and run.
Oh, man, hey, they get it in on there, dog. Juana's on that page. She know how they do. They get it in the JT Live Chicago Bears group on Facebook. They go in on it. So I would love to stick some Eagles in there, and we'll just get that page just loaded and going on Monday. So we'll do that. Devin, I sent you a request. And, Jimmy, I got to get your stuff here on Facebook so we can hook it up and connect.
No doubt. You got it.
But you guys have a great weekend. This is Jeff Thomas on Ranked Top 5 Sports. We want to thank everybody for listening in on the show. Those people who are in the callers queue that are still listening, thank you for listening to our show. We enjoyed you. We love the fans out there, so you guys continue to listen to our show. We thank you guys, and have a wonderful and safe weekend. Say no to drinking and driving because you don't want mad on your case, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You guys have a nice weekend.